The African savannah is not a stage. It is an arena. Here, beneath the endless sky, power is not measured by size alone. It is measured by lethality, by the cold calculation of survival, by the willingness to take a life for the sake of hunger, territory, or dominance. 6 predators reign supreme across these deadly plains, each a master of death, each writing the rules of extinction in blood and instinct. We begin our descent into their world. First, the crown bearer, not by birthright, but by conquest. The lion, a creature draped in legend, wrapped in the mythology of kingship. Yet a crown is not worn. A crown is defended. The African lion stands as perhaps the savannah's most efficient killer. A single male can weigh 570 pounds of muscle and intention, prowling territories that stretch across 50 square miles. But the statistics reveal a deeper truth. A lion's hunting success rate hovers around 25%. 1 hunt in 4 ends in a kill, which means 3 in 4 end in failure, in hunger, in desperate patience, in the knowledge that tomorrow must bring what today denied. The lion hunts as a collective. Lionesses coordinate their attacks with the precision of a military campaign, using terrain as both shield and weapon. They drive prey toward concealment, toward ambush, toward the suffocating embrace of inevitable death. A single lioness can bring down a zebra. A coordinated pride dismantles buffalo, animals that weigh 1,000 pounds, that carry horns capable of piercing bone. Kill statistics speak plainly. Lions are responsible for an estimated 200 human deaths annually across Africa, though this number fluctuates with drought, habitat loss, and the desperate hunger that follows. When prey vanishes, humans become viable alternatives. A single lion can kill a person in seconds. The bite force exceeds 600 pounds per square inch. Yet the lion's dominance extends beyond the kill. It is territorial, ritualistic. Male lions spend up to 20 hours a day resting, conserving energy for the violent encounters that define their existence. When territories clash, when strangers encroach upon claimed ground, the resulting battles are apocalyptic. Males fight to the death, defending not just land but legacy, the genetic continuation of their bloodline. But raw strength tells only half the story. In the African wilderness, a crown means nothing if you cannot defend it from all challengers. Enter the Ancient One. The Nile crocodile, a remnant from an era before mammals ruled the earth. A living fossil that has perfected the art of death across 200 million years. The crocodile is patience incarnate. It can remain motionless for hours, submerged in murky water, a log among logs, invisible to the eye of prey. When movement comes, it is catastrophic. The crocodile's bite force reaches 3,700 pounds per square inch, a pressure that transforms bone into powder, flesh into fragments. A large Nile crocodile can exceed 20 feet in length and weigh nearly a ton. They are ambush predators of unparalleled efficiency. A crocodile can accelerate from complete stillness to 30 miles per hour in a fraction of a second, covering the distance between concealment and consumption before prey can comprehend the danger. The statistics are grimmer than many realize. Nile crocodiles kill an estimated 1,000 people annually across Africa, more than any other large predator. They do not distinguish between animal and human. To a crocodile, prey is simply prey. A wildebeest at a river crossing, a child collecting water. Both are food. Crocodiles exhibit remarkable social behavior for reptiles. They communicate through vibrations, vocalizations, and ritualized displays. Larger crocodiles command the prime hunting territories, deep pools, river bends where prey congregates. They can survive years without food, their metabolism so efficient that a single large meal can sustain them through seasons of drought. Yet for all its lethal precision, the crocodile remains bound to water. On land, it surrenders dominance to predators of a different order. Now, The pack hunters. The African wild dog, a creature often overlooked, dismissed as lesser jackal, yet it is perhaps the savannah's most efficient team of assassins. Wild dogs hunt with a success rate that makes the lion's 25% look like failure. 80%. 8 out of 10 hunts end in a kill. This is not luck. This is mathematics combined with coordinated devastation. A pack can number anywhere from 5 to 40 individuals, though packs of 10 to 15 are most common. They communicate with barks, whines, and silent coordination that seems almost telepathic. When they hunt, they split prey from herd, pursue relentlessly across miles of terrain, and orchestrate the kill through distributed effort. Wild dogs can reach speeds of 40 miles per hour and sustain those speeds far longer than their prey. They are endurance predators, bred by evolution for marathon hunts that exhaust fleeing antelope to the point of collapse. A single wild dog weighs perhaps 50 pounds. Collectively, a pack becomes an unstoppable force. They kill an estimated 10,000 large animals annually across their African range. Human deaths remain rare. Wild dogs generally avoid humans, but their efficiency against wildlife is unmatched. They have been known to collectively hunt zebra, wildebeest, and warthog with systematic brutality. Pack dynamics define wild dog existence. They are social creatures of extraordinary complexity. Subordinate dogs defer to alphas through ritualized submission. Pups are raised communally. The hunt is a dance of roles, each dog understanding its position, its purpose, its contribution to collective survival. Yet even coordinated pack hunters can fall prey to solitary ambush specialists. In shadow dwells the phantom, the leopard, a predator so perfectly adapted to stealth that it can pass through a crowded savannah unnoticed, a whisper among the grass. The leopard is the architect of invisible death. Unlike the lion's cooperative hunts or the wild dog's endurance marathons, the leopard kills alone, through technique honed across millennia. Its climbing ability is unmatched among Africa's great cats. It can scale a tree trunk while carrying prey twice its own weight, hauling a full-grown antelope into the canopy as easily as another creature might toss a branch. A leopard hunts with a success rate of 20%, but this masks the elegance of its approach. The leopard does not rely on speed across open ground. It relies on concealment, on approach so careful that prey remains unaware until the moment of contact becomes the moment of death. The bite targets the throat or the back of the neck, delivering asphyxiation or spinal collapse with surgical precision. Leopards are solitary, territorial creatures. A male's territory can span 50 square miles, marked with scratches on trees and the visceral declaration of presence. When territories overlap, violence erupts. Leopards kill other leopards. Infanticide, territorial combat, the brutal mathematics of resource competition. Kill statistics show leopards are responsible for an estimated 100 human deaths annually, though actual numbers remain difficult to verify. What is certain is their effectiveness. A leopard can survive in fragmented habitats, in semi-urbanized environments, in territories shared with humans. It is adaptation itself, a predator that refuses to be displaced by civilization. Yet even the leopard's perfect stealth means nothing when confronted with overwhelming numbers. The scavenger emerges. The spotted hyena, a creature often misunderstood, dismissed as a carrion eater, when in truth it is a formidable hunter in its own right. Hyenas hunt with a success rate exceeding 70%. Like wild dogs, they rely on coordinated pack tactics, though their social structure differs. Hyenas are matriarchal. Females are larger, more aggressive, and hold dominion over males through ritualized combat and chemical signaling. A hyena clan can number 80 individuals or more, operating within defined territories that they patrol and defend with zealous intensity. Their bite force reaches 1,100 pounds per square inch, capable of crushing bone that other predators cannot penetrate. They consume entire prey animals, hide, hooves, horns, digesting nutrients that would poison or remain inaccessible to other carnivores. Hyenas kill between 5,000 and 10,000 large animals annually. They hunt wildebeest, zebra, and antelope with relentless coordination. They are not scavengers first, they are predators that scavenge. The popular image of the hyena as purely a waste eater is a myth born of incomplete observation. Human predation by hyenas remains rare but documented. Hyenas have attacked humans, particularly children, particularly in areas where habitat fragmentation forces predator and human into proximity. Yet for all their ferocity, even hyenas yield to one final force. Finally, the overlooked. The cheetah, a cat that looks almost fragile compared to the heavyweights of Africa, yet it is the continent's supreme specialist in pure, explosive speed. The cheetah is the fastest land animal on Earth, capable of reaching around 60 to 70 miles per hour in short bursts, accelerating from standstill to highway speed in just a few seconds. Built for speed rather than for power, it trades thick skulls and crushing jaws for light bones, long limbs, a flexible spine, and a tail that works like a living rudder at full sprint. An adult cheetah typically weighs 75 to 140 pounds, far lighter than lions or tigers, and its bite force is modest compared with other big cats, designed to clamp the throat of fleeing prey rather than to crack bone. It hunts by stalking within tens of meters, then detonating into motion, tripping antelope with a hooked forepaw before locking onto the neck and holding for minutes until the victim suffocates. Yet despite these weapons, cheetahs almost never kill humans. Attacks are rare, usually non-lethal, and there are no confirmed cases of wild cheetahs killing people. Cheetahs are shy, thin-boned sprinters in a world of bruisers. They avoid confrontation with larger predators, often losing their hard-won meals to lions, hyenas, or leopards, and they rely on distance, timing, and precision rather than territorial rage. They are, in short, creatures of specialization and fragility, built not for brawling over ground and carcasses, but for brief, perfect mathematics of motion across the open plain. Here, then, is another hierarchy. Here is the brutal truth that in the same killing fields, some survive by sheer power and others by the narrow margin of speed. The African savannah is not a stage for heroes. It is an ecosystem defined by predation, by the endless cycle of hunger and survival. The lion crowns itself, yet it shares dominance with predators equally devastating. The crocodile waits with infinite patience. The wild dog hunts with mathematical precision. The leopard strikes from shadow. The hyena coordinates with collective intelligence. The cheetah detonates with the precision of a force of nature. These 6 creatures are not separate from the savannah. They are the savannah. They are its heart, its balance, its reason. To understand them is to understand the fundamental truth of the natural world, that power is not a gift. It is an inheritance written in teeth and claw, in strategy and instinct, in the relentless drive to survive. Thank you for watching. If this journey through the deadliest predators of Africa inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe. There is still more of the wild to explore together.